for documentation purposes. And if you have any technical issues, please feel free to contact myself or Hermes using the chat. I see lots of greetings. We have Vesna from Macedonia, Trixie's from the Philippines, Aya's from Lebanon, Samadhi from Sri Lanka, Jitu from Delhi, Batu from Nepal, lots of folks. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I'm going to now hand it over to Marion to introduce our session and everyone who is with us today, and also to explain a little bit about what you can expect. Over to you, Marion.
Thank you, Am. And again, as Am said, welcome to this EBA Trivia Night. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you are. But I guess essentially it's good afternoon, Asia. And yes, before we start, maybe I'd just like to call on my colleagues, or the secretariat, to introduce themselves and also the organizers of the event. So Am is ready to introduce herself. I'll call on my other colleague, Trixie. Go.
Hi, yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good morning, good evening to everybody. So I'm Trixie from the Philippines. So nice to see you all here today to join us on our EBA Trivia Night. Thank you for joining.
Hi, colleagues. It's Jaruan here. I'm working for the UNAP, and I'm very honored to be the supporter for the team. And I hope it will be a fun and very competitive night for everybody. Thank you.
All right. So yes, so as Jay said, we're here to have fun. So I hope you've all prepared your gadgets. Yes, and we will have to log into the Kahoot. That's the platform we're going to use tonight. And we just want to remind everyone, if we can request you to use your real name when you log into Kahoot, so we don't miss out on the special gift that we'd like to send to you after this game. So please wait for the Game Master's queue, and we'll tackle 25 questions. Actually, we prepared questions at different levels of difficulty. And really, like we said, I hope you brought your stock knowledge on EBA and NBS, or reviewed your climate change. There were a lot of discussions in the past 2 days. I'm pretty sure they'll be very useful for this game. But if you're here to network and just be curious, please stay on and have fun with us. And again, after a game, please stay on a little bit more for some additional announcements or instructions, so you can get your token. And most of all, please have fun. And we encourage everyone to have fun. Use the chat box, network, just enjoy. Okay? So now I hand over to Anne. So maybe you can ready to start.
Thank you so much, Marion. So in just a moment, I'm going to pull up our Kahoot, which is the platform we are going to be using to play this trivia game together. While I am pulling that up, if everyone could kindly grab their phone or perhaps open another tab on the computer in order to access the game, that would be fantastic. Okay, so I will go ahead and share my screen now. And you can see that on the screen, there are instructions for you to go to www.kahoot.it and to enter the game code you see on the screen. So please go ahead and open www.kahoot.it on your screen, on your web browser, and enter the game code that you see on the screen. I will also type the game code into the chat right now in case you are having trouble seeing the screen. Just a reminder for you to also please use your real name. And this is because we want to we want to announce the winners at the very end. So we want to make sure we are referring to you correctly and that your winner success can be known to everyone. So if you have accidentally entered a nickname, please refresh the page and re-enter the game so that with your correct name so that we know exactly who you are. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, I see that there are 11 people in the game now. We're just going to give everyone a couple more moments to sign into the game Once again, please go to kahoot.it using your web browser on your phone or your computer and enter the game pin 4831117. The game code has also been added into the chat if you need it for reference. Oh, Sarah, I'm sure that will not be the case. Sarah has dropped in the chat that Sarah has used the name loser and she knows how it will go. We'll see what happens. For those of you who are just joining us, welcome to the trivia night. We are just getting started with the game. Please go to www.kahoot.it using your phone and enter the game pin that you see on the screen, which is 4831117. And please use your real name when you're entering your nickname so we can announce the correct winner. Thank you so much. I think I will give everyone perhaps 60 more seconds to sign in. If you're having any issues, please feel free to type in the chat and Hermes and myself will try to troubleshoot with you. About 45 more seconds left for you to sign into the game. To those of you who have just joined us, welcome to the trivia night. We're just getting started. Please feel free to log into kahoot.it using your phone and enter the game pin that you see on the screen, 4831117, and enter in your real nickname to join us for this trivia game.
And if I can hop in here, people can join the game once we even get started. Is that correct?
I think so. I think that is correct. I think you should be able to. The pin should be available on the screen, and if not, we'll make sure we include it in the chat.
Okay. Great.
Thanks,
I do see that only half of us here have joined, so great to see some more people. But if you're feeling a little nervous and want to see what the questions are like, feel free to join once the game starts as well. The point system on Kahoot is pretty great, so you can catch up pretty quickly, even if you miss the first question or two.
Okay, maybe 20 more seconds for everyone to hop onto the game, and then we can hand it over. All right, I think we might just go ahead and get started. So I'll hand it over to Trixie and Marion now to explain the game for us. I will be controlling the game from my end, but Marion and Trixie will be explaining all the things to us as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and handing it over to you, Trixie, to explain how to use or answer the questions.
Thank you, Am. So yeah, in the first part, actually, there are test questions. So this is the first slide that shows us that we actually wanted first people to know how to answer two specific kinds of questions for this game. So the first one is the multi-select, and then the other one is puzzle questions. So don't worry, the first two questions do not have any points. It's just for you to like familiarize yourselves how to answer it. So maybe we can give it a try now.
And right before we do, you will notice that you will need to pay attention to your Zoom screen, so the screen that I'm sharing to see the question, and it is on your phone or on your computer, wherever you've signed into Kahoot, that you'll have to answer it. So you will see that in a second.
So for this type of question, it's actually a multi-select. You can select more than one of the four options. You can select all of them, but you need to select at least one. Okay. So for this one, so most of us are actually excited. 6 are happy. Only one is tired and 3 are overwhelmed. Okay, so thank you for trying that question. We can try the next one. Sarah, you need to look into the screen of our Zoom meeting so that you will see the question and you will see how to answer the questions. So this one, you just need to click drag and drop to reorder the words. So just so you know how the puzzle question works. So there are no right or wrong answers for this. Oh yeah, and do not forget to tap K, yeah.
Yes, so just going to note, don't forget to tap the K at the bottom, and the timer for this one was a little short, but if you notice on the screen on the left, there will be a circle with the timer. So whenever you're answering a question, just keep an eye on the time.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
a nice photo of coffee here as well.
Okay, so I hope everybody is ready. So let's start with a real game. So this is the novice round. This will have 10 questions and we'll have a time limit of 20 to 30 seconds each. Some questions will include short videos that participants can choose to watch in case they do not know the answer to the question. So actually you have a choice. You can answer the question immediately just so you get to submit your answer the fastest. But if you're not sure with your answer, you can continue watching the videos and then select the correct answer. Okay? Okay, let's give it a try. Good luck.
And one thing I will also note is that the video will automatically play on my screen, so you can keep an eye on that. And the scores that Kahoot determines is based on if you get the correct answer and how fast you answer. So even though you might want to wait and watch the video, you may lose points if you aren't as speedy as other people. So keep that in mind when you want to answer the questions. Okay.
Okay, so for this one, the correct answer is nature-based solution. So you were just actually asked to like rearrange the words to actually reflect nature-based solution. So, okay, that's for the first question. Let's see who. Okay, Am is actually leading. Okay, next question. So.
Right before we do that, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen for one moment since I've realized that there is an issue with the sound. So I will share it once again right now, and we should be able to hear the sound from this point on.
Coastal erosion, heat waves and drought are just some of the climate impacts that can be tackled using nature. This nature-based approach is called ecosystem-based adaptation, restoring and protecting ecosystems to help people adapt to climate change.
Okay, so for this part, yeah, you were just asked to rearrange again the words to reflect ecosystem-based adaptation, which is another word for nature-based solution, or NBS. Okay, thank you. Let's see the scoreboard. So who was the fastest? Ooh, Grace, congrats. You lost.
I did. I was too slow this time.
Okay, so let's have the next question. So we start with some very challenging questions now.
Earth's climate is changing. There has been almost 1 degree Celsius of warming since pre-industrial times, and this is causing glaciers to retreat, ice caps to melt, and sea levels to rise.
Okay, so the correct answer is actually 1 degree based on the video that we just watched. So what we're trying to actually address is not to reach the 1.5 degrees, right? So, okay, that was a little bit tricky because most of us actually answered 1.5. Okay, thank you. Next, please. Grace is still leading and followed by Jay. Okay, let's have the next question. Ryan, don't give up. There's still 23 questions.
As our planet gets hotter, we need to find better ways of adapting to extreme weather. The latest science shows that nature can provide the best defenses against climate change impacts, including heat waves, drought, and rising sea level.
Okay, so here, this was actually a trick question because in the video it was not mentioned. Coastal erosion was not mentioned in the video, but it is actually also one of the impacts of climate change that can be tackled by nature. So I think a lot still were able to get the correct answer. Okay, thank you. Let's see the scoreboard. Grace, are you still leading? Oh, Grace fell to the second place. Okay, let's get the next question.
But the really amazing thing about ecosystem-based adaptation is that it protects both people and planet. When we use nature to defend ourselves from climate change, we also create space for plants and animals to flourish.
Okay, wow, that's very good. The correct answer is actually all three here, except for the one that says protect animals only, because for EBA, we actually want to protect both animals, nature, and also the and people. So very good, everybody. A lot of you actually answered correctly. Okay, let's see the scoreboard. Hi, John, don't worry. There are a lot of questions that are actually double points going through the end of the quiz. So
Many
try
major
answering.
cities are already threatened by flooding and erosion. Now, we can try to fight this with expensive projects like building seawalls, but there's often a more holistic and cheaper solution: nature. For example, planting mangrove forests defends against coastal flooding and storm surges. Mangroves weaken the strength of the waves, which stops the shoreline from crumbling into the sea.
Okay, so this actually says this is actually true because mangroves provide holistic and cheaper solutions than engineering infrastructure. So the statement that mangroves provide better defense against coastal flooding and erosion and storm surges compared to seawalls is correct. So, okay, let's see. Liz. Wow, Liz is already taken over Grace, and Jay is still coming third. Okay, let's go for the next question.
Coral reefs also provide flood defences by breaking big waves and absorbing their energy before they hit the shore.
Okay, so here, this is actually true. Coral reefs, according to the video, is another source of flood events by breaking big waves and absorbing energy before they hit the shore. So congratulations to the 27 who got the correct answer. So let's see the scoreboard. Okay. Wow, Liz, you're on fire. And Jay is on second place now. Okay, let's go to the next question.
And urban lakes and rivers also help keep temperatures low. And by using nature, we get extra benefits. Green spaces filter toxic air pollution. They can be used for recreation and they're beautiful.
Okay, So this was another trick question because of the operative word not. Urban lakes and rivers do not contribute to the regulation of temperature in cities. So if you are too quick in selecting your answer, you might have clicked on true, but the statement is actually false. Okay, next please. And let's see who is leading now. Oh, Jay has fallen to the third place. Okay, let's get the next question. Yes, Ryan, very sneaky. We're also being careful, like people just don't do it on using speed. Okay, so this is actually true. So here, bringing nature into cities does not only help keep temperature of urban areas down, but also filter toxic air pollution. So this was actually explained in the previous video. So if you actually watch that first, then actually listen, then you will actually get this question correct. Okay, so let's see the scoreboard. Liz is still leading. You have to be quicker than Liz. And Grace is on 4th place. She was the leading during the first part. Okay, let's see. The next question.
The trees and wetlands act like sponges, absorbing water and recharging groundwater supplies. So when we cut down trees, droughts get worse because rain flushes straight through the soil instead of being stored for times of need. But when we keep our forests, lakes and rivers healthy, then we're also protecting our water supplies.
Okay, so actually all of them are true. So they are the benefits of keeping our forests, lakes, and rivers healthy. We get secure water supply. We are able to recharge our groundwater supply. They act as sponges and absorbs excess water, and most importantly, protect us from severe flooding. Okay, so congratulations to everybody. I think most of you, 24 of you, were able to get it right. Liz is still leading. Nash is second, Nim and Grace is still third, and Moon is following. Okay, let's see the next question. Okay, so we're now going to the intermediate round. This round would have another 10 questions, and the time limit will vary between 20 to 60 seconds, depending on the difficulty. And some questions will still include short videos that participants can choose to watch, or you can choose to select the answers. If you think you know the answer, then give it a try so that you will also get like bigger points. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, so this is actually false. So this is not an example of EBA because what they're doing here is actually just a type of adaptation. So community-based adaptation, because community has decided how to reduce their vulnerability to flooding and sea level rise, but it although it reduces risk from disasters related to coastal flooding, it's not. And it's also a disaster risk reduction measure. It's not an EBA because the strategy does not use nature to reduce the vulnerability. Okay, I hope we have justified the answer of false here. Okay, let's see the scoreboard. Liz is now leading. Nitesh. Okay, so I think my screen was a bit blurred, so I couldn't read the name a while ago. And Danielle Nilay from the Philippines is coming third. Okay, let's see the next question. Okay, so this one is actually false. So only 2 people got it right. So protecting and restoring natural mangrove forests to provide spawning areas for an endangered fish is an EBA example. So why is it false? Uh, because it's only able to for disaster risk reduction. It does not help people to reduce current and future vulnerabilities and risks. So it's only addressing food security only. Okay, so let's have the next the scoreboard. Let's see. Ooh, Liz is still leading, and still Nitesh, and then Danielle. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, so this is actually true. So this is an example of EVA, community-based adaptation and disaster risk reduction, because it is community-led initiative that helps people to reduce current and future vulnerabilities and risks. So actually a while ago, sorry, I couldn't find the right words, but it's actually like a business as usual approach to conservation, but it's not able to it's not considering unavoidable changes to mangrove ecosystems caused by climate change. So there's no EBA, there's no DRR. So yeah, so it's just business as usual. So okay, so let's have the scoreboard. Let's see who's the 22 who got it right. Oh, so we still have Liz, Nitesh, and Danielle. The first 3. Let's see if they will stay on the top, because the rest of the questions will be much harder and we'll have double points later on. Okay, so this is actually true. So this is an example of EBA, because it is an initiative that helps people to reduce current and future vulnerabilities and risks caused by heat waves. So yeah, so congrats to those who got this right. Let's see the scoreboard and see if they are, so they are, it's still Liz, Nitesh, and Danielle. So Nim and Grace are running on 4th and 5th place. Let's see if they take over eventually. Oh, Pao has the highest answer streak of 9. Congrats, Pao. Let's go to the next question.
In many parts of the world, the dominant approach to dealing with the hazards of climate change has been static engineered interventions, such as sea walls, wells, and irrigation infrastructure. These can be very expensive, but very effective, at least in the short term.
Okay, so this one is actually false. So most of you actually got it right. So this is a trick question, because the operative word is that it's supposed to be, it's not cheap, it's sometimes very expensive, although very effective, but mostly at least in the short term. Okay, so congrats to those who got it right. Let's see who is leading. Oh, still the same group of people. So don't lose hope. There's still a lot of questions. Let's get to the next question, Am. Thank you. But
However, in many situations, nature can provide a more affordable long-term solution. Humans have harnessed nature to buffer the impacts of climate variability for millennia, but it is only recently that evidence and awareness has grown that the restoration and protection of nature can not only safeguard biodiversity, but also help people adapt to the effects of climate change.
this is true. So I'm very happy everybody got it right. So this is based on the video that restoration protection can actually safeguard biodiversity and help people adapt to the effects of climate change. So let's see the scoreboard. Were the top 3 really fast? Oh, they were really fast. Okay, so let's go to the next question.
By absorbing and storing carbon, these nature-based solutions can slow further warming on a global scale.
Hi, Am, do you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. I think you may have dropped off for a little bit there.
Yep, I think so. Okay, so this one is actually false. So why is this false? Because in the video, so actually absorbing and storing carbon, forest protection and mangroves can slow down global warming. So this was a trick question. So if you were too fast on clicking that true, then you will get this wrong. So, okay, let's go to and see who is leading. The top 3 are going strong. Let's see if you stay there. In the next question.
Coastal habitats, such as coral reefs, seagrass meadows, and mangrove forests, protect coastlines from the damaging effect of wave erosion and tropical storms. They slow the intrusion of salt water that can damage crops and livestock. They safeguard biodiversity and provide a wide range of ecosystem services. In other words, they protect and support communities in the face of climate change.
Okay, so actually all of them are correct based on the video. So yeah, let's see. There's a lot of you who got it, and let's see the leading board. Oh, some Grace is moving up and now on 4th place. Okay, let's go to the next question.
An engineered solution to the problem of degraded or destroyed coral reefs is to place concrete balls reinforced with microcilia in the waters to allow photosynthesis and planktonic life to regenerate in degraded areas. While effective in regulating the action of waves and reducing damage to coastlines, biological diversity is very low around concrete, and the balls do not provide any other benefits to society.
Trixie may have dropped off again. Oh, Trixie's back. Are you back, Trixie?
Okay. Yep, I was just turning off my video because like everything was lagging. Okay. So are the answers out? Because on my screen it's still 30 seconds.
Yes, the answers are
froze.
out.
Okay, so this one actually was another trick question. And based on the video, so biological diversity, the yellow option is actually false. So there is no biodiversity in around reef balls, and they do not provide any other benefits to society. So the correct answers are actually the first two only. Okay, so see. Oh, Danielle is going on second place now, and Grace has fallen off the first five, and Nim is on third place now. Okay, let's go to the next one.
The nature-based alternative is to manage and restore the ecosystem and maintain biological richness. A teeming reef provides habitat, spawning and nursery grounds for economically important fish species. It can provide jobs and income to local economies from fishing, from recreation and tourism. It is also a vital source of medicine and has great cultural value.
Okay, so for this one, all of them are actually benefits of managing and restoring ecosystems and maintaining biological diversity. So congrats to those who got it all right. Let's see. Okay, so Nitesh is back on third place. Okay, let's get to the next round. Actually, I think we're going to the challenge round. So this round will only have 5 difficult questions with a time limit of 60 seconds each. There will be no videos to help in answering the question. Each question will garner you double points. So be careful with how you answer the next 5 questions, and you might be able to actually overtake the first 5. Okay, good luck. Let's go to the first one. Okay, so actually the green statement, there are no pitfalls for nature-based solution approach, is incorrect. So the 3 here are actually potential pitfalls of nature-based solutions. So the first one is actually we are distracted by investing in NBS for carbon offsets. So we're supposed to actually like really push for carbon offsetting of our economies. And then here, overemphasis on tree planting for rapid carbon gain. So there are a lot of other options for NBS, and focusing on carbon as the main metric of success. That's also another pitfall. So yep, Jerwan, that's That's the challenge round. So we have 4 more. Let's see who's now on the. Oh, Danielle is now the first one, and Liz has fallen to the 5th place. You can do it, Liz. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the last one is actually incorrect. Tree planting activities have no harmful effects. So actually, there are. So that's why the question, we actually really want to emphasize what are the potential like harmful effects of tree planting as a nature-based solution. So yep, so the first one is there could be an adverse effect on local communities. There could be an adverse impacts on biodiversity. And the last one is it can actually disrupt natural ecosystems by planting in naturally non-forested areas. So actually this occurs also in like in seagrass areas where some groups actually try to like do mangrove planting just so they can do mangrove planting, but it actually does more harm than good to the area. So yeah, it was a tricky one. So let's see who got that right. Oh, so okay. I think the top 5 are still staying on top. And let's see if the next 3 challenge questions will change that. Okay, so here, if you look in the figure a while ago, that's why you had 60 seconds to just look into it and decide. So the correct statements are actually that better management of existing and working lands is 40% of what NBS can address. That's 40%, so the rest. The other 40% is protecting existing ecosystems, your forests, grasslands. And the last one is where tree planting actually goes into. So forest and wetland ecosystems restoration is only 20% of what NBS can actually address. So the other option that says restoration through tree planting is the only option is actually an incorrect statement. Okay, so let's see who are leading. Oh no, Danielle, you're now on 2nd place and JL is actually leading now. Congrats. And let's see if the rest of the guys on 3rd, 4th, and 5th place, and actually the rest can still catch up. We have, I think, 2 more challenge questions. Okay, so here there are actually only 2 relevant and correct reminders for a successful and sustainable NBS among the options. So the first one is actually sustain or enhance diversity of native species and habitats. And the other one is NBS must be implemented with full consent of IPs and local communities. So the other 2 are actually incorrect because the first one focused on efforts on protecting and restoring woodlands and forests. So this is actually linked to the previous question, that we should not only focus on like tree planting, we should also like focus on the other 2 things, which is managing our managing existing lands better, and also the other one, which I forgot right now, but we can look back to it later. But the other one is NBS can substitute for rapid fossil fuel phase out. So it's NBS should not be a substitute for rapid fossil fuel phase out. Okay, let's see if okay, so this is our scoreboard, and we have 2 questions left. Let's see if they will stay as is. All right, so among the 4 statements, how can NBS support short-term economic recovery? So the last one is actually incorrect. NBS can only support long-term economic recovery. So this statement is incorrect because, based on also the figure that is shared there, it can globally generate 400 million jobs and 10 trillion US dollars per year. And then redirection of daily subsidies to sustainable farming or fishing practices. And then if we would actually retrofit our buildings to increase energy efficiency, we would actually save $825 billion by 2030. Okay, so let's see who is now leading. Oh, Liz is back to 3rd place. Presh, Nitesh, JL, and Danielle. Okay, so the next one is the bonus question. So it will also garner you double points. So for those who are on the top, be careful, you might be too slow. But actually the question will also not have any videos and will just be based on an image, and that's where you will choose your answer. Okay. Okay, so for this one, based on the chart, which facts are correct about nature-based solutions? So there are only two correct answers here. So even after global warming peak, NBS continues to mitigate climate change, and the other one is potential peak warming reduction depends on global warming peak and year. So the other two are actually incorrect if we will base it on the figure. So because contribution of NBS to limit the peak warming is actually time sensitive, so there's a specific timing. If you don't do it right on time, it will not be able to help us at a specific year that we want to achieve it. And NBS relative contribution of NBS is independent to the scenario. So this is actually supposed to be dependent to the scenario ambition. Okay, so I think that ends our game, and I will hand it over to Marion to reveal the final scoreboard and the winners.
Hello. So Anne, you show it next. Congratulations everyone for staying on, and yay! We have the names of our top 3 scorers. All right. Can we ask the top 3 scorers to turn on your camera and show yourselves? And be recognized, be proud. Oh, there, Liz. Hi, Liz. Congratulations. And JL Algo. Congrats. Oh, it's John. Hi, John. And Daniel. There. Congratulations. Let's have a group photo for the 3 of you. All right, and congratulations. So again, sorry we're a bit over time, but maybe Am, can you show them their tokens?
Yes, thank you, Marianne. Congratulations, everyone. So now I'm going to show you very quickly the tokens for participating in this activity. Okay, one moment. All right, here we go.
All right, so this one is for everybody. So we'd really like to thank everybody who joined this game, everybody who's here. So if you are into Facebook, you can access the profile pic frame. So if those are not familiar with it, so you just have to click it, and then you get this badge of honor, certified EBA advocate. So you can be proud and show it to your friends that you are certified EBA advocate. I'll try to paste the link, the Facebook link, but also we'll email this to you. Okay, next, Anne. And for our top 3 winners, yes, you get dibs, first access to this exclusive postcards sites, the sites in one of our sites, Ilog Hilabangan River Basin in the Philippines. So you get exclusive access. Yay! So watch out for the email. We'll send you the links. And for those who are interested, we also invite you to please check out our virtual marketplace. So it's the Ecosystem-Based Adaptation in River Basins project by GIZ. Please visit that our marketplace and know more about our project. And we also want to watch the videos that we shared. You can access them too. So I'll hand it over to Anne. Thank you, Anne.
Thank you so much, Marianne, and congratulations once again to all of our winners. And thank you so much, everyone, for participating in this fun activity and interacting with us. This is the end of our session, the trivia night session. Thank you once again for participating, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Anything else from you, Hermes?
Nope, nice job, but for all of you.
Congratulations, everyone.
Oh, Sarah is suggesting to take a picture.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if I am putting my face, then I will. probably at the bottom of the.
Okay, let's do a group photo,
If
everyone.
everybody I
If
don't know how
you
we
Thanks,
do this, but
Sarah,
like
for
if everybody
suggesting.
turns their camera, then well, let me fix my hair.
Hermes, do you got it?
I can get it, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Hermes.
I'll give everyone just a few more seconds to turn on your cameras. This will take just 20 seconds or less. So I'll give everyone another 10 seconds to turn on their cameras, and then I can take a screenshot on a count of 3. Okay, anyone else? All right, I'll take a screenshot in 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you for
you.
joining. I hope you had fun.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great rest of your day.
Stop the recording.
Mhm.